Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Clayton from Roezan, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can enforce an SMS consent question on Zoom webinars and Zoom meetings. All right, so here's the deal. If you're going to be sending SMS reminders for your events, you need to collect SMS consent, and so often people throw on a phone number field on your Zoom webinar. And one of the problems is if you're not using a custom landing page where you can actually collect consent and you're going to be sending those some other way, and you're using the native Zoom registration page, there's no good way that Zoom gives you to actually collect consent and enforce it. Meaning, like, they'll give you the ability to set up a consent question, but how does it make sure that the people that say no don't actually get sent any messages? Zoom doesn't give you any ability to do that. So we've built that feature into Roezan, and so I'm going to show you how it works. So what you'll do first is you'll come into Roezan, and then on your Zoom settings, you go to Advanced, and you come down here, you can see that there's a custom Zoom SMS consent question, and there's the ability right here to enforce the SMS consent question. So if you turn this off, any phone number that comes in here via Zoom is just going to be added. If you turn this on, this is going to enforce the results of that question. So all you got to do is turn this on right here. And then the way it works is we have some instructions on here on how to do it. But basically, you'll just add a custom question. And then if they answer yes, then they'll be created and they'll get the reminders. And if they answer no, they won't be created and they won't get the reminders. So it'll just disregard their phone number essentially. And so the way it works is we have automatic detection. So if the question mentions SMS, texting, text me, text you, text message, that's how we're going to know which question it is. And the answer must begin with yes, I agree, or I consent. So I just suggest really keeping it simple and just copying the sample text that we have in here. So let me just show you how to do that in Zoom for both webinars and for meetings. So if you're on your webinars, you'll come over here and you'll click on your webinar. And then in terms of the questions, you'll come over here to invitations. And then you'll come to under registration settings, you'll hit edit there. And then you'll see under questions, just make sure first that you have the phone number enabled. So that's very important. But this question is actually going to go in custom questions. And so you're going to hit new question. And then you're going to go multiple answers. And then I'm going to come back to Roezan. I'm going to copy this text. So I got that. So put that there. And then for answers, I'm just going to put yes and no. Okay. And so the question here, you can see it's get reminder text messages, select yes to receive reminder text messages, etc., etc. So make sure instead of hitting save all, you hit this create, because otherwise you'll be doing this 6 times. All right, and then I'm going to hit save all, and so that's good. So now if we go take a look at the landing page, let me just show you what it looks like. So now you can see you got the first name, last name, email address, phone number. Phone number is optional. And then you have this. Now, one little thing is I would make sure that this is required so that they have to tell you if they give you consent or not. So if they select yes, again, that's going to be the phone number that they put in. It's going to, be imported in Roezan. They'll receive reminders. If they hit no, even if they put in a phone number, we're just going to disregard it because they didn't give consent. So that's how it works for webinars. Let me just show you real quick how to do it on meetings. It's like extremely similar, but just a tad bit different. So if you're on meetings, you'll click on your meeting. Go to registration, go to edit, and then questions, and then you'll scroll all the way down to the bottom. It says add question right here. So I'm going to hit that, and you'll see that it says, let's see, okay. Short text, we're going to change that to single choice. And so I'm going to go back to Roezan and copy the question. Okay, paste that here. And then for this, I'm going to go yes, and then no. It's actually not single choice. I mean, it's like, well, you can have a single choice. Multiple types of choices, but you can only choose one, okay? So you got that, and then hit save, boom, you're good, and then come here, and you'll see it on the landing page. So they'll be able to select yes or no. So I'm also going to do like a little quick demo. I'm going to actually register, and I'm going to show you how that looks both ways. So, okay, so I got my information filled out here. I'm going to actually say yes to the consent, and we're going to register, okay? So I got that. So what that'll do inside of Roezan, you can see the SMS consent demo webinar right here. I got this one registrant. So I'm going to come in here and take a look at it. Go to my registrants right here. And you can see that it marked me as consented. It even saved the actual question. And it said that I answered yes. And that was recorded on this date. So we actually saved the consent record for for that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to say no. Okay, so I have another registrant all prepped, just a different phone number. I'm going to come in here and I'm actually going to say no to the consent, even though I've given my phone number. I'm going to hit register. And so if we pop back over to Roezan, we look at the registrants, you're going to see that we have a new table down here where it says registered, not consented, and then declined. And then, yeah, so that's where you can see that I said no here. And we didn't even save the whole phone number. We just know that this registrant declined SMS consents. Okay, yeah, so that's basically how it works. It makes it really easy to enforce SMS consent. Make sure you're super compliant. And as a side note, if you want to use Roezan to send all your reminder messages, it's a great way to get more people showing up to your webinars. We make it super easy. So you basically just connect your Zoom account. You can send both registration messages, meaning like confirmation messages that go out as soon as people register, as well as reminder messages. This native integration allows you to do tons of merge tags, make every message customized. We'll even pull in join links, auto shorten them for you, and basically you can automate the whole process. So if you're doing lots of meetings, doing lots of Zoom webinars, you can customize everything and basically automate the reminder messages. So let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.